It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. Don't forget the Wayne County Catfish Tournament kicks off tomorrow, starts at 12 noon. Tomorrow ends on Sunday at 12 noon. And this year's tournament offers fishermen an opportunity to win a $7,500 first place payout, with other place payouts determined by the number of entries into the event. Weigh-in and tournament headquarters once again at the JC Fairgrounds at JC Landing. Those fishing in the event can put in anywhere on the Altamar River, but they must be in line at the weigh-in at the fairgrounds this Sunday at 12 noon. Tournament officials ask interest to please note you must come by the fairgrounds to receive your T-shirt. Entry fee for the event is $100 per fisherman. Again, you have up until tomorrow morning to register. Registration can be done online at active.com or it can be dropped off at the Tourism Board's office at the train depot. Registration packets are also available online or at the Jesup train depot. If you need more information, call the Tourism Board office today at 912-427-3233 or check out the event website at waynetourism.com. Again, you can register Saturday morning. Again, the Wayne County Catfish Tournament this weekend at the JC Fairgrounds. On Wednesday morning at Coastal Pines Technical College, a tremendous crowd on hand for a discussion about homelessness and mental health issues affecting local city and county governments here in South Georgia. A host of government officials from surrounding counties on hand for the event. All invited to the event by Jesup Mayor Ralph Hickox. Congressman Buddy Carter, part of the panel, live from Washington, D.C., and he talked about two federal programs that can offer help and possible solutions.
The Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, along with Health and Human Services, these are the two primary agencies that address homelessness. So HUD and HHS, those two agencies themselves are primarily responsible for addressing homelessness. But there are a lot of assistance that we can give, including all of you are familiar, I hope, with the Section 8 vouchers and the housing vouchers. I know that's certainly something we work with when I'm drawing back to my days as mayor when we had a lot of the Section 8 housing. Also, the community development block grants, that helps us as well. And then the low-income housing tax credits. We had two low-income housing projects started when I was mayor back in Pooler, and that certainly helped us, and it helped with the homelessness situation there as well. So that's certainly something I hope that everyone will pursue. But I want to tell you about a piece of legislation that I actually voted for and that we actually passed and that the President signed into law. It was the Restoring Hope for Mental Health and Wellbeing Act of 2022. It passed late last year. And listen, there are a lot of grants in there. There's a lot of funding in there. I'm not one who believes that, you just throw money at the problem. But I did vote for this particular act because it had some programs in there that I really liked and that have been proven to work. And that's the key, in my opinion, is not just throw money at it, but let's see the programs that work. If you can convince me those programs work, I'm all for funding it, and I want to do that. So if you will, please look at that. We'll be glad to get you as much information on that as we can to help you with that, because as I said, there are a number of grants in that. But the gist of it is that we know that mental health is directly correlated in many cases with having financial security and stability at home, and it leads to homelessness. And that's why we've got to address that, and that's why a lot of these grants are available, and a lot of them go toward good programs that really do work and have positive outcomes, and that's what we're trying to get at. So is it impactful for rural Georgia and for rural South Georgia? I believe it is. I believe it can help us, and I hope that everyone will pursue these, and we certainly want to be of assistance anytime that we can, so please don't hesitate to call in our office if we can help.
And again, those with comments are Congressman Buddy Carter, live from Washington, D.C. at Wednesday's panel discussion at the Coastal Pines Technical College. Again, the panel on the issues of mental health and homelessness here in South Georgia. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. On Thursday at Coastal Pines Technical College, the Emergency Management Agency Director Donnie Ray and the Chamber of Commerce joined forces to host an emergency weather preparedness lunch and learn as hurricane season officially got underway yesterday, June 1st, and runs to the end of November. On hand from the National Weather Service out of Jacksonville, Florida, was meteorologist Alex Booth, and he spoke about the forecast for the upcoming year.
Forecast products and utilities that I'm going to talk about, I'll get into them in a second. First, the thing that everyone wants to know is it is the first day of hurricane season. What's the expectation for this year? Well, there's two sources. Colorado State, they put out their own assessment given certain things like El Nino or La Nina being present. And then we also put out, we as in NOAA, put out our own assessment of the year. So, on average, here on this side here, climatology, you get about 14 named storms per year. 7 of those storms strengthen to become a hurricane. And then 3 of those storms strengthen to become a major hurricane, category 3 or higher. So as far as this year, these are the numbers. See, Colorado State actually thinks, we're slightly below. There's reasons for that. I'll get to that in a second. We believe that there are some factors out there that are going to lead to a normal season. There's been a lot of talk about El Nino. It does suppress activity in the tropical Atlantic. But there are other factors at play too that kind of cancel that out. So I'll talk about that. So the main story there is near normal. There's been a lot of talk about less frequent, less storms. It only takes one. That's always the caution. It takes one storm, like Andrew in 1992 in South Florida. So the things that we're considering when we're talking about seasonal outlets are, 1, El Nino. We know that there's a big relationship with the phase of El Nino, whether it be La Nina or El Nino. During La Nina, like we've had the last 3 years, there's generally more favorable conditions across the Atlantic. So we've seen a lot of storms developing over the last 3 years. Record number in 2021.
And once again, those comments of meteorologist Alex Booth out of Jacksonville, Florida. Booth added that the best thing an individual can do during the hurricane season is to be prepared. And for the latest weather information, he says check out the National Hurricane Center's website, which is nhc.noaa.gov. Emergency Management Agent Director Donnie Ray also on hand at the program introduced 2 new programs here in Wayne County. EMA's Code Red System, sign up by texting Alert WC, and the Weather STEM System. Any more information on those, call Donnie Ray at 912-427-5979. Longtime City of Jesup Commissioner Ray House laid to rest this week, and that leaves an opening on the City Council, a seat that Ray House held for close to 28 years. It appears that the current mayor and council will be appointing someone to fill that seat. Timeline on that has not been determined, but an appointment will fill this seat. District 5 seats up for re-election this year, but that's not until November. So again, in the meantime, the council will appoint someone to fill that seat. Once again, the timetable on that has not been discussed. City of Jesup Council and Mayor meet this coming Tuesday for their regularly scheduled monthly meeting. They'll have a public hearing on their proposed budget along with the first reading of the budget, as the commission plans to have the fiscal year 2024 proposed budget approved by the end of the month. The full agenda will be out today. We'll run down the agenda on Monday's newscast. Counties meets Monday at 6 o'clock. Their agenda is out. Again, the following items on the agenda under citizens' concerns. Jerry Mullis talk about rapid response position. Rufus Dixon talk about Church Circle Road. Corbett Nichols talk about qualification change for county administrator position. Veterans on the job training and social media policy. Under new business, consider and approve agreement with Ware County Board of Health Wellness Program with Wayne County Transit. Consider and approve Americans with Disabilities Act plan for Wayne County Transit. Consider and approve bids for the air conditioning system at the courthouse. Consider and approve bids for sale of property. Consider and approve changing the July meeting date. Consider and approve Scriven recreation money. Consider and approve naming recreation fields. Consider and approve resolution amending the 2023 general fund budget. Consider and approve City of Jesup easement for water supply line for trailer park. Consider and approve agreement with the Wayne County Health Department for flu shots for employees' health fair. Consider and approve resolution to sell certain Wayne County properties. Consider and approve resolution adopting the 2023 budget for ARP. Consider and approve purchasing of vehicles for the Sheriff's Department. Consider and approve ARP money for the road equipment. And consider and approve fire consultant services contract. Several board appointments on the agenda as well. Items with the committee, items with the county administrator, items with the commissioners' executive session on the agenda. All that's set for Monday at 6 p.m. at the county commissioners' meeting room. Wayne County School Board holding their retreat this coming Monday, June 5th at 1 p.m. at the Tech Center. On the agenda, fiscal year 24 budget discussion, also an executive session. All that taking place this Monday, 1 o'clock at the Tech Center. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes and news, the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce inviting all its members to a thank you barbecue this coming Tuesday from 11 to 1 at the Wayne County Farmers Market. All chamber members are invited. Again, the chamber wants to take this opportunity to simply say thank you for your chamber membership. Need more information before Tuesday, call the chamber at 912-427-2028. Now that school is out for summer, the summer food service program will begin next week. Gets underway on June 7th, runs up until July 26th. The sites will be Wayne County High School, James E. Bacon Elementary, and the Sam Dreyer Center in Scriven, and also the Odom Rec Center. Free breakfast and lunches in bags for multiple days will be provided for children up to the age of 18 and for people with special needs. This will take place every Wednesday beginning June 7th. Meals can be picked up on a drive-through basis. There'll be no on-site eating. Times Wednesday 10:30 to 11 a.m. In Odom, the time 11 to 11:30 a.m. Also, America's Second Harvest of Coastal Georgia will be offering free summer food service meals to all the children at the Boys and Girls Club this summer. And that gets underway from 3:30 to 4:30. That begins June 5th and runs through July 18th. Also, a reminder, this summer, the Strand Cinema offering free movies for kids with 9 weeks of free movies. June 5th through the 11th, Kung Fu Panda and The Secret Life of Pets. Reminder, the kids 15 under must be accompanied by an adult. For times and tickets, visit JessupMovies.com. Again, free movies for the kids all summer long at the Strand Cinema. And that's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports going to show in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.